Oh my gosh.
We
I'm
did it.
really happy to be here with you, Zoe, just a few days after your happy birthday, a magical birthday. It sounds like
You.
it was a magical birthday. And yeah, I mean, age-wise, it's like one of those magical times when the sun and the moon come back together and just so good. So
Yeah,
good that we
such
get
a
to do
good.
that. The other thing that's happening is, and I don't know that we thought about this when we set it all up, is that today, as we're doing this recording, Pluto is stationing direct. It's stationed retrograde back in May, actually May 4. And I love that day because it's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Mhm.
So it's been retrograde for 5 months, and now it's going to go direct. So the thing about Pluto is it is retrograde almost half the time. Um, but at each of the station points, it slows way down. It doesn't move very much. And in fact, we were just looking at that up. It's like it's stationing direct today at 1 degree Aquarius in 22 minutes. It entered 1 degree Aquarius in 22 minutes on October 7th, and it's there until October 22nd at that same degree. Like it's just sitting there. Now it's at 1 degree, whatever, for, that happened in August, and it'll be at 1 degree until December. So it's at the 1 degree mark for a long time. But at that exact 1 degree, 22 minutes piece, it's like 15 days. It's sitting there at that, not moving.
Sitting there.
We think about the still point, and I love there's a poem. Oh, what was his name? Um, can't think of it right now. But anyway, about the still point. And he talked about, nothing's happening and everything's happening in the still
Mm.
point.
Mm.
So nothing's happening and everything's happening. It's like this magical place. It's not here nor there. It's not from nor towards. It's just like this portal, like you were talking about earlier, before we started the recording, Zoe, that it's a powerful portal. And Pluto is all about the alchemy. And what are we bringing to conscious awareness that needs to be transmuted and transformed? What are we bringing to conscious awareness that needs to be known so that either way, like, what do we need to pay attention to this and do the alchemy to change it, or do we need to remember this so we can have it as a tool for part of our alchemical process that we're engaging at this time? So it's very amazing, and of course, Pluto's in Aquarius, and it's with a star called Altair, and this is one of the magical stars of the ancient alchemists. So Pluto can only align with this star. Well, I guess I would have to maybe adjust my uh, calculation on that because the star moves 1 degree every 72 years. So in 72 years, it'll be at it's at 2 degrees now. In 72 years, it'll be 3 degrees. And in 72 more years, it'll be 4 degrees. So then Pluto coming back into Aquarius, it's going to be 258 years, and it might be a little bit longer before it catches back up to this star. But anyway, it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing, or many lifetimes actually. So as a magical star, and the ancient alchemists looked at these stars when a planet was within 6 degrees of one of these magical stars, that star had more power. It was being transmitted by the planet to the earth. And it was the time to do ceremony, time to make up talismans and elixirs and potions and whatever intentions and so on. And the thing about the star Altair is it is the eye of the eagle in the constellation of Aquila. And Aquila is in the summer triangle, or also called the navigator's triangle, because it was in the northern hemisphere, it was the triangle in the summer that they used to navigate because it was in the north direction. So they would know what direction they were going when they could see that triangle of stars. And it's they're bird stars. So Aquila, um, Altair is the eye of the eagle. Aquila is the eagle. Uh, then there is the swan. some reason I'm forgetting the name of the swan.
That was the swan you said was
Uh,
Deneb.
Cygnus. Cygnus is the name of the swan, and Deneb is the tail of the swan, and that's one of the stars in the summer triangle.
I
And
see.
then we have Vega, that's in the constellation of Lyra, which was the lyre that Orpheus had when he's, coming out of that he would play, and the connection to the underworld and all of that, but also connected to the vulture. That and the star Vega is connected to the vulture. So these three stars have strong connections to the birds, bird people, the bird tribes, and also it our entire solar system is moving away from the star Sirius and moving toward the star Vega, meaning that's our destiny, that's our point of, it's like if we look at that summer triangle as a stellar gateway to our divine destiny, and then Pluto it activated Vega some years ago when it was in the mid degrees of Capricorn, because that's where that star is located. And then this star, Aquila, is at the 2 degree mark of Aquarius. So Pluto's right there, and it's going to hang out there the rest of this year, next year. It doesn't move past the 6 degree mark for probably another 2 or 3 years. And so something to also know is then this is helping. I mean, just if you think of the Aquarian mysteries, it's all about cosmic perspective and seeing things from new and different ways, and that visionary aspect. Um, and also uncovering the secrets that maybe have been holding us back, and bringing that to our awareness so that we can then stop being guided by unconscious secrets and things that we're not paying attention to. So it's about bringing that to light so we can have a greater awareness about what we're choosing and how we want to go forward. And so I think Altair is a star that also does that. And the idea of the eagle. And I was telling Zoe the story about how I saw an eagle back in 2001. I was doing some ceremony with some priestess sisters, and this eagle flew up to the top of a telephone pole and it ate a bird, and then it kind of cleaned itself up, and the bird feathers were flying everywhere, and then it looked at us and said, "I'm about to show you something you've never seen before." That's how I take it. That's how I interpreted it after this happened, because it took off and flew, and it was flying circles over us, and it kept flying higher and higher and higher till it was this tiny little black dot flying circles above us, and then it disappeared. Like it flew out of our range of vision. Like poof, it's gone. So I'm like, eagles actually do fly closest to the sun. I've never seen a bird fly so high. It was astounding. And so we did get to see something we've never seen before. So now we've got Pluto activating the eye of the eagle. And then what are we seeing? What are we getting a vision of? What are we tuning into? And what's in the way of that vision? Pluto is going to help to clear that out of the way. So that's a little bit longer than I probably thought I was going to talk about, but it's so exciting, and I just hope everyone can feel the opportunity that we have over the next few years with Pluto being with this star, and stationing direct, being at that still point over the next couple weeks, and or till the 22nd of October, which is right after the new moon in Libra on the 21st of October, which is also a very spectacular time. And if you're wanting to know more about that, I did do a video on it, and I'll put the link in the show notes. So what do you got to say, Zoe?
I
For
love it. I don't know. My camera's doing something weird. It's like going forward and
I
back. I
saw
don't know
that. What's
why.
going
I
on?
don't know. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching the machinery. I don't know what's happening.
Just wants a
But
closer view of you, and then it's like, okay, now I can step back.
no, no, we're
Now
gonna
I
be
can
up.
step forward. Now I can step back.
I have no idea what's going on. But as you were talking about the stars, that song "I'm Wishing on a Star" came to follow where you are. That song, I can't think of who the singer is. Um, but maybe we'll find it and put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Because I don't, yeah, because I can't think of who it is right now. But it's like I think it's from the 70s, I think.
I want to say it's from the movie Pinocchio. When you wish upon a star, it's
No, nuh-uh. The R&B one.
a different one. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's from somebody who sang disco.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right. Well, send that to me and I'll make
I
sure
will
it's in
send
the
it to you.
book.
Yeah, and it's like I'm wishing on all the rainbows that I see and
Oh,
so
okay. Not different.
yeah, yeah. So that's what's in my mind. The other thing that came through when you were talking, and they actually gave me numbers of like talking points, which is interesting. Um, Planets really are our allies when uncertain or fearful, look to the stars. So I don't know if that's a beginning affirmation. I don't know, maybe that's the theme for this moment in time, but planets really are our allies.
Yeah.
When uncertain or fearful, look to the stars.
Yeah.
So, with
I
that in mind,
love that you said that because I often say the planets are our initiators, teachers, and guides. They are
mm,
there to guide us. They are there to help us to fulfill whatever intent we came to fulfill. And so sometimes they have to do some things that are pretty rough because we're on the wrong track.
mm,
And it's like, oh, my life is falling apart and I'm trying to do everything right. This doesn't make any sense. This is very Pluto, by the way.
right.
And oftentimes people feel that in a Pluto cycle. And then on the other side, you're like, oh, I was being redirected. I needed to get on this path because I was on this path and it really wasn't the right path for me. And so that's the planets definitely guiding us. And I've had Pluto cycles that totally I would say burned my life to the ground.
Mm,
That on the other side of it looked, my life looked nothing like what it did before the cycle started, after the cycle. But when you know that's what's happening, it's you that just surrender because it's going to get worse the more you fight it.
mhm.
So
Okay.
trusting, looking to the stars, looking to the sky, trusting that Pluto is here to empower us. That's Pluto's main job, is to empower us. And anything that's in the way of that empowerment has to get cleared.
Hmm. Okay. So, oh, it's interesting. So I'm just seeing like it's so I'm seeing like folks on a boat and the boat is hitting choppy water and there's like lifeboats underneath, but I'm also seeing like people hanging on to the railings of this boat that's like sinking.
That may be what it feels like for a lot of people right now in the world, just because things are so chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perhaps so let's see what the cards say, but I'm thinking about that I think it's a Chinese proverb, let go or be dragged.
Right. Hmm.
Let go or be dragged. Wow. Okay. And this one kind oh look, that's it kind of wants to come out. It's not
Yeah,
quite
it
take it
does.
out. And then oh, we'll talk about all of this. Let go or be dragged. So instead of I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know anything, I'm indifferent to everything that the universe is presenting. We know that cups at this point, right? If you've watched Cayelin and I's videos, cups has to do with emotions. It also resonates to water signs. So if you have Cancer, Scorpio,
I see.
Pisces, somewhere in your chart, thank you. Somewhere in your chart, this is for you, but even if you don't, this is the message. This is the message for all of us. Uncross our arms, because this is also a card of like indifference. And so let go or be dragged. Like this is the perfect. And once we do that, then things can be transformed.
Ah, yes.
And it's going to come one way or the other. Like this lady's praying, like, oh, death, don't come get me. It's still coming. So let go and let yourself fall into the lifeboat that is right next to the boat. And it's kind of like what you were talking about the vulture. Like the vulture doesn't always flap its wings. It
It
allows itself
rides on the air currents. Yes.
glides on the air currents. So it feels hard to glide right now, but there is wisdom in that gliding. Um, as our institutions, well, not our institutions, people's institutions crumble.
Right.
so that we can go towards our destiny, as
Mm,
Cayelin was talking about, right? Leaving our origins. And maybe this was our origin because maybe we had to do this to cope, to get this far. Maybe we couldn't show our emotions. We couldn't do those things. Maybe we weren't able to glide because we always had to be in survival mode. But this death card, and Pluto, this is also Pluto.
yes. And I love that because the thing is it doesn't mean literal death necessarily.
Correct.
It means you're dying to who you think you are, so you can be
Correct.
reborn to who you really are. Pluto
Correct.
is all about that. It's like, yeah, you got to die to whatever it is you think that isn't you.
Absolutely. And so as things crumble, just know that this victory, this card of victory, this actually was the first card that came out, but the other ones came out. So I felt like this is the actual story, right? And
I,
then we don't have to do this work alone with the Three of Pentacles, right? We have collaborators, our spirit guides, our community, the planets.
right. Yes.
And so then we'll do a crystal ally for this time. Crystal ally to help with these transition. What do we have here? Oh my gosh. Okay. We have rhodochrosite, which is about self-worth.
Mm.
Remembering your worth. Hmm.
And for a lot of people, that's not easy. It's like,
Well,
I have self-worth. I have something of value. You
yeah.
know, it's not easy.
Remember your worth. And just like you said, oh, it's really hard. Well, appetite is here to say, get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Play
So,
with the idea that you really do have worth and that you're here for a reason and
of
that
course.
your presence is more important than you can possibly imagine.
I always say we had to fight, we had to be the best swimmers to get here. So you're here. Doesn't matter how you got here, you're here and you were the best swimmer. And so you have worth.
I
So,
love that you're saying that because when I was doing my transcendental meditation thing back in 1970, 576. I might have been 1977, but I got to hear one of the top people in the, Transcendental Meditation movement talk. And his name was Charlie Lutz, and he said that there are a line of souls, like stacked up for miles, that are waiting to get in here. If you are not valuing your life, you are not really appreciating the gift you have been given
right,
because so many souls are waiting to get here
exactly.
because they can't do certain evolutionary process or whatever it is until they have this experience. So we
Absolutely.
are so lucky. We
We're
really
so
are.
lucky. We're so
Yeah.
lucky to be here. And so this is hilarious because the first thing we got was the mermaid,
Ooh, I love the
which
mermaid.
is about wealth and success and secrets and enchantment, which I don't know. I feel like there's something scorpionic here with this enchantment. But the
Mm.
other card that I want to talk about that I really want to talk about, hello, Libra season.
Yay!
This is a time of balance. I feel like this mermaid goes back to that Three of Pentacles, maybe mermaid.
There are three stars on the card too.
There were three stars on the card. And so maybe there's some mermaid energy that can be tapped into or some water energy. Um, But this Libra energy, it's also like things are being balanced out, even though it does not feel like it. Things are being balanced out. And so there is a spell here, a malachite spell that says use malachite to tip the scales in your favor. Wear it as jewelry, carry it in a charm bag, or hang it in the corner of your business or office. Boxes can be carved from malachite. Keep some cash in a malachite box. Together with a quartz crystal, and a piece of silver pyrite to encourage financial growth. Now, isn't that interesting that we got wealth first and then we got this malachite, which I didn't know was going to have to do with like financial growth. So maybe with things also, the government being shut down, people being laid off, maybe if you're concerned about employment and things like that, get yourself some malachite.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Spirit.
And trust, it's like ask the Malachite to support you in trusting that you're going to be guided to what is the best thing for you next, whatever the next best thing for you is.
Yeah, and then right under that we have emerald, which also has to do with wealth.
Yes.
So, and love and eternal love. Interesting. And fidelity.
And also the emerald tablets where all the wisdom is from the ancient times. And the opening line is something like, that which is in the great below is the same as that which is in the great above, and that which is in the great above is the same as that which is in the great below, in the accomplishment of the miracle of one thing. That's the opening line of the emerald tablets.
So there's another affirmation, right? So we have the planets are our allies. We have what you said, Caitlin, and
Above and a below and below and above. I mean, they're interconnected. And the thing is we forgot about the connection and we haven't really been honoring that connection, but ancient cultures did. They built standing stone circles, they built pyramids, they built petroglyph sites. They did these amazing things to track that magical link between the earth and the sky. They knew that whatever was happening in the sky was going to be reflected in what they were doing. And they could also inform, they could be through their ceremonies and intentions, be informing how those mysteries were going to manifest. So that is something we lost and we're now getting back. Yeah.
And there's something too when you were talking about the summer, um, the summer stars being a guide for travelers. And so there's also the mermaid, the other side of the mermaid story about like the mermaids also being guides. So there's something there. And then the boat, because it's like, why would I be talking about the boat and the water and people falling off and the lifeboats? And now here's the mermaid too.
And the mermaids would rescue the people that fell off the boats and take them to land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pay attention to the water.
Yeah.
I can't wrap it up in a tiny bow. I can't wrap this story up in a tiny bow, but what it feels like, well, okay, thank you. What it feels like, just like you were saying, what's happening above happens below. So perhaps, so the planets are our allies above, but we also have our water allies
Yes.
below.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So even if we feel lost at sea, there are multiple ways to get back to shore.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, I love that.
Mhm,
Wow.
mhm.
So we we're in this powerful time. We have all these allies and guides and support, even though we may not be aware of it in the moment. But if we open ourselves and we just surrender to like trust, one of my favorite mantras I've shared before is accept what is and trust the universe. Because I've been in times where I just didn't want to accept what is. I
Mhm.
kept fighting it and things got worse and then fight it some more and things would get worse and I couldn't fix it and couldn't change it and couldn't make it be any different than what it was. And then when I finally surrendered, it was like, oh, I could have done this sooner.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself in that position or in that situation, um, just accepting what is, you don't need to change it and make it be different. And then trusting the universe is going to take you where you need to go.
Yeah. But you got to let go. You got to let go
Gotta
of
let
that.
go. Exactly. And that's all about Pluto. Pluto cycles are all about letting go. Um, so I'll give credit to my second husband who said, this is the Pluto salute. Like, just let go. Like, I give up.
Mm,
I'm letting go. So yeah, just surrendering to the process.
yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I think that's it for now.
Okay.
And hopefully, this 15 days of Pluto at the same degree, the station point today, the still point, bringing through possibilities that we didn't even know were possible, that we hadn't even imagined yet, and we hadn't seen yet because um, we didn't know. We just didn't know. So just being open and letting go, and oh, so good. Thank you for all the amazing cards that you um, that help to confirm this aspect of what we're talking about.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
till we see you again, bye everyone.
Bye, folks.